Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it may be when you hit that play button. This is Dr. Stephen J. Cosmino with Success Ocean International, a company I operate, consulting firm I operate with my wife, Tanae. We are Proctor Gallagher consultants with Proctor Gallagher Institute, and we work with individuals to get them from where they are now to where they want to be, from where they are now to that big dream. Not from point A to B. That's the other guys. We do from point A all the way to your pot of gold, somewhere over the rainbow. Whatever that pot of gold may be in your life, whether it's prosperity in relationships, prosperity of health, prosperity in time and money freedom, whatever that may be, whatever that big dream is, we work with you to get you all the way there. And we do this with a process, a very orderly process. And we work with individuals, and we'd love to work with you. Today, I want to talk about the creative process. There is a creative process that we go to. This is about how we're wired, how we're put together, how our mind operates. Now, to get really basic, let's talk for a moment about how we think. We think in pictures. If I said to you, hey, what does your car look like? You would go to an image in your mind of your car and you would describe it to me. You describe the color, the seats, the doors. If I asked you, what does your home look like? You would go to that filing cabinet in your mind, pull out the picture of your home, and describe it to me. You've been exposed to it, just like a camera exposes the film to the image it wants to capture. We think in pictures. Now, when it comes to the work that we do as biological creatures, if you will, or in our humanness, we have a mind. But nobody has seen the mind. So we have to start with that. We have to start, when we're talking about the creative process, we have to start with the way that we think and how that thinking process results in what we experience in our world of form. The problem is no one has ever seen the mind. And in working with Bob Proctor as our mentor and our coach, we were exposed to some information that is just, this is it. This is the key to the creative process, to making the changes that you want to see in your life. Bob explained to us that in 1934, there was a chiropractor, Dr. Thurman Fleet. He was in San Antonio, Texas at the time. And he developed a little image of the mind and body that we can use to give us an image to represent our mind. So since we think in images, we can get an idea how we're put together, how we're wired, and how this all works to manifest in our world of form that which we like to think about. So I want to share that image with you on my board real quick. Here's what he came up with. Just make sure I'm drawing here where you can see it. He came up with this circle here will represent our mind, and the smaller circle will represent our body. So here we have our mind and our body. We got short little legs there. Okay, so here's our mind and here's our body. Now, when we look at this picture of the mind, it's very simple, very simplistic. And of course, there's more to the mind than just this, because mind is really in every cell of our body. So for today's instruction in the creative process, we're going to break this down in some basic ways to get an idea, to get an image on how we're put together here. When we look to our mind, there's really two parts. There's really many, many, many parts, science will tell you, but for this example, we're going to look at two parts of our mind that are very active in the creative process. So in this part of our mind, we have our conscious mind. And this down here would be our subconscious mind. Now, the conscious mind is where we do our thinking. We think here. I don't know if you can see that well. Sorry about that. But this is our thinking mind. The subconscious would be our emotional mind. And it is in our thinking mind where we process all the input that we receive on a daily basis. Where does that input come from? Well, we're sensory individuals. We have 5 senses. So let these represent the senses right here. So we have the sense of smell, the sense of sight, the sense of touch, the sense of taste, the sense of hearing. We have these 5 sensors, and they're constantly bringing in information and feeding our mind with that information. You know, we hear stuff on the news, we hear stuff from friends and relatives and out in the world, in society. We see things, and boy, the way we're wired from our limited human perspective, we see something and then we believe it. After all, we saw it, right? So we're just constantly feeding this conscious mind, and we process that through our faculties of mind, which are perception and memory, imagination, reason, intuition, and will. So this all gets processed in this area here. Now, our subconscious mind is our emotional mind. And the subconscious mind, all that can do is accept information and be the department that acts on that information that it's received, meaning it directs or is the executor of the body, telling the body exactly what we do. See, there's a threefold nature really to our being, and that's that we are spiritual beings, we have an intellect where we do our thinking, and we have a physical body, okay? So what happens here is that we live in an ocean of motion. We are immersed in energy. And if you're new to this way of thinking, you're just saying, well, where? I can't see it. Well, we don't see it, but we are immersed in energy. That would be like the fish saying, what water? Where's the water? We are made of energy. We are immersed in energy. And there is a circulation of energy taking place all the time. So as this energy flows into and through us, we're able to think. We're able to use some of those faculties that I just talked about. Let's talk about just imagination for right this moment. So in our conscious thinking mind, the energy flows in. We're coming up with different ideas. We have ideas. Perhaps it's something we'd like to do. We're getting images through our power of intuition. You know, I'm really being called that I want to do this, or I want to do that, or I want to move this into my field of experience, or I'm called to be in joy and in service by offering what I am passionate about to others. Whatever that may be, we form the idea in our conscious thinking mind. Now, in the emotional mind, I'm going to write that one down here. We accept those thoughts that are held with feelings. We have like 50,000 plus thoughts a day. But the ones that are attached with feeling and emotion, the subconscious mind picks up on. And what happens is the subconscious mind, through this energy that's flowing to it, sends the message to the body. And when we hold this thought dominant in our subconscious mind, our emotional mind, with feeling, it causes a vibration in the body. It causes our body to change and our action to change. So as our vibration changes, our action changes. Now, as our action changes to match what's going on in the subconscious mind, the orders, if you will, that the subconscious mind is delivering, and this vibration changes, this flow of energy, let's just call it the universe right now. Can you see that? The universe notices And it causes, this is the action, and the universe picks up on that. Because again, we live in an ocean of motion and it's all communicating with each other. Action and reaction. We live in a universe of laws. So the universe picks up on it and reacts to our vibration. Okay? And what happens then is our conditions and our circumstances alters. All these are altered by the reaction of the universe, by the world we live in. So our action, our shift in vibration causes our action. The universe notices that action, notices that shift of energy, that shift and change in vibration, alters the conditions, the circumstance, and the environment to support that. And what happens then is when these are combined, we get our results. So hopefully you're starting to see what I'm getting at here. Let's break this down nice and simple. We have a thought. We're thinking creatures, right? So through the power of our mind and the power of our imagination, we go to that place and we take some time to think about what it is we would like to move into our field of experience. When we have defined exactly what we want, doesn't matter if we know how, but when we have defined what we want in our life, we make an affirmative statement. We give the subconscious mind an affirmative directive is what we're doing. It says, we're placing our order, so to speak. Here's my order. And we do that through a process of affirmative statements that moves into the subconscious mind as we attach feeling and emotions, the emotional mind, remember. So we're attaching feeling to what we want. We're stating it in the affirmative present tense way. Now, the subconscious mind doesn't know past, future. It just knows what we're giving it. I am. That's why our I am statements are so powerful. As these I am statements are accepted by our subconscious mind, driven by that emotion and the feeling, we change the vibration in our body. As we change the vibration in our body, through taking action, the universe picks up on it. We attract the energy through the vibration that matches the vibration of our body. This universe moving in, this energy moving in, noticing our vibration, alters our conditions, our circumstances, and our environments. That's why we teach you don't have to know how to get to that big dream or big goal that you want to accomplish in your life. And as these conditions, circumstances, and our environment is altered, combined with the rate that we're vibrating at, it equals our results, our desired results. We moved from the world of thought into the world of form, thoughts that we were thinking, held with feeling and emotion. This is how we create the world that we want to live in. This is how we move to that pot of gold somewhere over the rainbow. It's very simple in this illustration here and the words that I'm sharing with you in just these few moments. But I invite you to reach out to message my wife Tanae or myself and share with us, first of all, what is it that you want in your life? What would you like to experience? Let us know. Let's have a conversation. In fact, let's go a step further. I invite you to a free consultation with either one of us or both of us. We can spend as much time as you like talking about what you would like to experience in your life. What are your big dreams? What are your big goals? Believe that you can achieve them. Believe that you can get there. And if you can't believe that, believe in our belief in you. You'll feel it as soon as you talk to us. So reach out, send us an email, give us a phone call, schedule an appointment with us. We would love to speak with you and show you how you can get to your spot somewhere over the rainbow by understanding this creative process and making it work to you. Because what happens is we start to attract all the conditions, all the circumstances, all the situations that support what we want to experience. This is the law of creation, the law of attraction, really. But what precedes the law of attraction that we hear so much about is this law of vibration. So it's really important to understand that so that you can create the world that you want to live in, experiencing all your hopes, wishes, dreams, goals, desires, aspirations, and do that in an accelerated manner, getting you from point A all the way to point Z as soon as you possibly can. This is Stephen J. Kosmina signing off for right now. Looking forward to speaking with you. Blessings.